we have another one to add to the list of pathetic simps for the self-confessed sex trafficker Andrew Tate. Bradley Martyn. Bradley invited this man, who for years has openly bragged about tricking women into pornography and blessing underage girls, to come to his gym and work out on camera with him, as he allowed him to lie about his ongoing human trafficking cases non-stop. In this video, we'll take a look at the degeneracy we've seen from Bradley and his mates at Nelk over the past week. But firstly, all of this content is made possible by our supporters. If you'd like to support the channel as well as subscribing, you can join as a member or buy Gadget or coffee. The links are in the description. Okay, let's get into this shit show. First, Bradley says to Tate that people caring about him and his brother being accused by dozens of women of human trafficking is ironic because Ghislaine Maxwell or something. After which, Bradley lets Andrew tell a string of lies about his cases, uninterrupted, without pushback or any follow-up questions.
Just
Andrew Tate, bad.
Yeah.
This is usual
You know what's
bullshit.
so ironic about the whole trafficking allegation thing and all this shit is like, well, what about the people we actually convicted? Like this Maxwell lady who's the right hand of Epstein. But there's probably a laundry list of people connected to her, but they're not pursuing that.
Yo, you know what's more interesting? What's more interesting to me is that I already bust the case in December in Romania. The case is gone. So I beat the case under Biden in a Romanian court.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea how impossible that is? Like, it's actually amazing to me anybody gives a fuck what the Romanians say at all. Without disrespect, I like Romania, but if a Romanian prosecutor came for you, would you trust it?
Probably not, no.
Of course not. If they said, oh, we're going to steal all your friend's money, we're going to take all his wealth because he has money, we're going to steal all of it because a Romanian prosecutor typed up a piece of paper. Do you think that's going to be fucking fair? Of course. And then my case got thrown out because the evidence was illegal. So not only did they make it up with me, but they falsified translations, they lied about things that didn't even exist, they lied about people. It's Romanian.
Yeah.
It's like, it's a joke. I was saying to Tristan, when we bust that case, I was like, this is a fucking miracle. I can't believe they let us, because they knew they had so little, that even with their whole fucked up system, they couldn't fucking pin us. It's incredible.
The whole thing's just crazy, man.
Everything that Bradley just let Andrew say about his cases were lies. That he bust his case. That the case is gone. That the evidence was illegal. That they falsified translations. None of that was true. And Bradley Martyn just sat there nodding and agreeing like a moron, actively facilitating and helping Tate spread propaganda about these incredibly serious cases. Next, Bradley asks Tate about his webcam business, and again goes out of his way to help Tate do PR, saying that all of today's OnlyFans managers are doing the exact same thing that the Tates did with webcam.
Like, what was the first thing that made you a lot of money? Because everyone, they say it's the cam thing.
The cam thing made me money, but nothing like now. But like, once my cam operation was running well, I was making like 200, 300 grand a month.
Oh, wow.
It's a lot of money. Especially from like back then.
It's like back then what kind of OnlyFans sort of management thing is now almost.
Well, that's the thing. Who's not an OnlyFans manager in fucking LA?
Yeah, everyone.
Are they human fuckers?
Right. They're doing the same thing. They're having a team.
Same thing.
Team answering
Same
messages,
thing.
sending shit. Yeah.
So the Brits told the Romanians to get me off the internet. So it was all a setup. That's when my whole case started. Why would they give a shit about me doing something 10 years ago after I'd finished doing it when I started talking about the government?
Yeah.
Bro, it's bullshit. Yeah. Bullshit. You can get any secret OnlyFans manager here and charge them with human trafficking. It's stupid.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
I get it.
But
I mean, it comes down to what I said earlier. Is it just like picturing the guy? Then they go, "Oh, that guy has a lot of influence. Let's make him look bad," so that like half the people won't believe him and half the people believe him.
Yeah.
They want to keep you divisive.
of course.
All OnlyFans managers are doing the exact same thing as the Tates were. Really, Bradley? Not to suggest that the whole concept and industry of OnlyFans management isn't filthy and exploitative, but do you think that all OnlyFans managers use violence, threats of violence, blackmail, releasing or threatening to release revenge porn if the women want to quit, false debts, defrauding the women, recruiting them under false pretenses? These are all things that the Tates have either bragged about doing on camera or been proven to have done with their own text messages and voice notes pulled from their own devices that are in evidence. But sure, Bradley, keep glazing this self-confessed predator and letting him dominate your conversation like a bitch. Next, Bradley says that he thought Florida would be the last place that would investigate this self-confessed sex trafficker for his crimes.
I'll be honest, I mean, I'm glad I have endless content because shit stuff keeps happening. I mean, I got a brand new batch of content now, which is the communism of Florida. So thank you very much.
Weird.
That's all I can do.
I love Florida. You didn't think Florida would be the last place in the States that would do that? It's weird.
You'd think so. But it turns out the Matrix runs deep. So
yeah, well, there's a whole nother. We'll wait for the pod on that one. There's a whole nother conversation I have.
That's a whole nother conversation.
I'll hit this and we'll go down. Go.
Bradley is just baffled why the Tates would be having such issues in Florida. It is not rocket science. One of the victims listed in the Tate's human trafficking case in Romania is a Floridian resident who Tristan recruited from Miami. In my opinion, both brothers have engaged in criminal witness and victim intimidation against her. On top of that, Florida Attorney General James Uthmeyer has alluded to more victims in Florida coming forward, including minors. It's really not that hard to understand, and in Bradley's case, it's hard to know if he's really this stupid or deliberately lying. Bradley even told Tate how shocking it was that someone took a picture with this self-confessed sex trafficker and apologized afterwards.
Nothing. And they're still trying.
It's funny.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
You know what I also really enjoyed is the kid came up. There's a kid who took a picture with you and Tristan, and then got on his social and like apologized for taking a picture.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, man, what is this? It's funny how many people like. They want to like, I don't know if it's secretly trying to support you because they're afraid of the virtue signal warriors, but it's like, it's just funny to see it all in real time.
It's all so gay. So gay.
It's as if Bradley is confused why everyone isn't as much of a disgusting degenerate as he is. Why don't all gym owners invite sex trafficking child predators into their premises with open arms? It's all just too confusing for Bradley. To finish off this pathetic glazing session, Bradley fielded a question from his audience, which allowed Tate to do a little bit more bragging before the video ended.
So there's one thing, obviously when you do the pod, I do look forward to doing it, but your father passed away how many years ago?
8.
What do you think the one thing that you've done that he'd be most proud of? That was a question I saw on Twitter and I liked it the most.
No, he in so many ways prepared me for the life I was going to live before he knew I was going to live it. And he warned me about a lot of the things that I'm actually going through right now. So I think he'd just be proud of me for facing them with absolute bravery. Like, I don't expect my enemies to ever have mercy or pity on me ever. I don't expect the law to be fair. I don't expect a judge to be fair. I don't expect a prosecutor to have a conscience. I don't expect the people who dislike me to want me to have a nice life or due process.
It really seems like Bradley actually wants to be like Andrew when he grows up. He wants to learn to traffic women like Andrew's bragged about doing. He wants to learn to be a drug dealer like Andrew's bragged about doing. He wants to be a mafia-associated criminal like Andrew's bragged about doing. He sees the way that Tate scams his audience with crypto rug pulls and fake car giveaways, looks at his 3 million subscribers, and thinks, I want a piece of that action. All of Bradley's mates at Nelk have been disgracing their families by simping for and glorifying the self-confessed sex trafficking child predator Andrew Tate. Kyle hosted Andrew on the Nelk podcast to let him lie about his human trafficking cases. Steiny made a fool of himself by gifting Tristan a bottle of scotch on camera, and they both escorted the Tates to UFC 313 as if they were some sort of heroes. And now they've posted this cringe video where they were out shooting with Tate or something, as if they think this sex trafficker is actually cool.
We're gonna destroy the Matrix?
Blow up this Matrix car.
I'm glad I'm doing it with you, sir.
Let's go.
It was always gonna be us in the end, wasn't it? It was always gonna be us.
3, 2, 1. Fuck the Matrix, fuck the Matrix, bro. That was sick. Let's go.
Bradley Martyn, Kyle, and Steiny truly are pathetic losers. As with a lot of these people that I've covered who are propping up the Tates, it's not clear if they are degenerate enough to stoop to this level for clicks and money, or if they have used the Tate's services in the past and they have something on them. What is clear is that it is well past the time that you can give any benefit of the doubt for this stuff. Make no mistake about it, the simping, PR, propaganda interviews are going to look far worse for the people conducting them than a friendly picture with Epstein ever would.